coming up on Nittany Game Week.
It's been fun being able to be a part of Pro Day the last couple of years. So it definitely flies though. The days feel long, but the years really add up really fast.
Former Nittany Lions showcased their skills in front of NFL scouts at PSU's Pro Day. What's different about this event compared to any of their previous football experiences?
As soon as the whistle blew and I saw the lights go off, I was like, this is it. Wow, this is everything we've worked for.
The women's hockey team takes another giant step forward in program history, earning a spot in their first Frozen Four. How the regional championship victory paves the way for future success. And the men's lacrosse team begins a brutal Big Ten schedule, the way they're approaching a rough road ahead. This is Nittany Game Week. Hello everyone and welcome to Nittany Game Week. I'm Todd Sadowski alongside Ryan Yee. It is Penn State's version of March Madness with the wrestling and hockey teams pursuing national championships.
Yes, the action is underway on the mats in Cleveland as Nittany Lions go for their 5th consecutive national title.
The women's hockey Frozen Four is in Hockey Valley. PSU is part of the national semifinals for the first time. We'll talk about their program history in just a minute, but first, Nittany Game Week's Lauren Bradford is in Cleveland as the wrestling team hits the mats for what they hope is another record-setting performance.
It's Penn State against everyone. We love it.
While most schools look forward to March Madness, for Penn State fans, it's all about March Madness.
It's insane, and the thing that's crazy is each year for the last few years we get better. The next year, we could be better next year.
Penn State Wrestling is back in Cleveland, going for their 5th straight team title and their 13th in the last 15 years.
It was a long time coming. I've been a season ticket holder from way back in the days when we would be happy to have one or two guys qualified to come to nationals. So now it's just full circle, extremely happy.
Their dominance speaks for itself, with all 10 starters qualifying for the tournament. In fact, if you're wanting to bet on the Nittany Lions to 5-peat, you can. The sportsbooks only offer winner without Penn State odds.
Penn State's the best. Right?
Yeah, watch them win all national championships.
Everybody else is second.
It's nice to always be on top and to have someone to cheer for all the way through.
In what's already been a record-setting year for the Nittany Lions, there are more records up for grabs in Cleveland, with a chance to once again break their own NCAA championship points record.
We have the best wrestlers on the planet, and it's just great being here and going for records, national records.
With 7 1 seeds and all 10 wrestlers entering the tournament in the top 15, Penn State is poised and ready to add another championship to their resume. Lauren Bradford.
We are Penn State.
For Nittany Game Week.
Thanks, Lauren. We'll see if the guys can cap off a brilliant season with a championship.
Another national title will be decided this weekend. This one takes place in Hockey Valley at Pagula Arena. The women's hockey team wins their first NCAA playoff game and advances to their first Frozen Four in the process. The regional final at Pagula against the University of Connecticut Huskies, the same team the men defeated to advance to their first Frozen Four last season. Coach Jeff Campersaw's team grabs a hold of the game with an early goal a few minutes after the opening faceoff.
Giving up that goal 2 minutes in, I think, gave them a lot of momentum. We were on our heels for a bit there. After going into the second period, we, as long as we can keep it 1-0, it gives us a chance.
The score does remain 1-0, and the best scoring chance for UConn comes on a nifty lead pass to Martha Mubarak, who streaks in and fires high and wide. Senior goalie Kate Adisa covers up, and then a few extracurriculars after the whistle. UConn needs to be mistake-free. The captain, Tessa Janicki, slides it in for a 2-0 advantage. You can't hand Janicki a gift like that and expect to advance. The Nittany Lions take a commanding lead in the third. Pagula Arena is jumping. Final minute of play. Huskies pull their goalie for the 6-on-5. No matter, Abby Stonehouse slips in the dagger to ice the game. Time is running out on UConn, and the clock expires to set off the Frozen Four celebration.
They kind of almost had a little bit of a rush right there at the end, so that was something that was playing through my mind. But then as soon as the whistle blew and I saw the lights go off, I was like, this is it. Wow, this is everything we've worked for. And like I said, it's everything we've worked for, but we're not done yet. And so we're already starting to prep and look ahead. So it was a great feeling in the moment, but now it's time to get ready.
When we came in, we were unranked, and to be able to get this team to the Frozen Four is super special, and even more special that we get to have it here and we get to be in it. It's special, and I think it speaks to the people on this team and how we might not always have the big names or get the attention we deserve, but we're right in the same spot.
No denying this team is special. They've made progress every single year. Now they have a Frozen Four to play on home ice.
It's really all their hard work, all their setting the standards, making it that way for the younger players and the next wave of Penn Staters to come in here. They know how to be like a Penn State women's ice hockey player.
Over to the men's side, where the Nittany Lions find themselves in a heavyweight Big Ten semifinal matchup against who many consider the tournament favorites and the #1 ranked team in the country, the Michigan Wolverines. For this one, we are in Ann Arbor, the blue and white in front of a ruckus Wolverines crowd. We jump to the last minutes of the first, PSU trailing by 1 on the power play, and as the advantage expires, guess who? Gavin McKenna, who we'll be talking about in just a bit, rips a shot from the point and finds the back of the net to knot it up even at 1. To the second we go, Penn State playing catch-up again, down 2-1, and check out these clutch saves by Josh Fleming to keep it that way. Denies not one, but 2 clear-cut chances, so good we have to see that one again. The freshman keeping the Nittany Lions in it. Wolverines, though, keep the pressure coming. Penn State pushing for the comeback, down 3-1 in the third. Charlie Serrato to the point, Jackson Smith waits, and a pass doesn't get much better than this. Finds Lev Katzen in a spot where it just doesn't get much easier to light the lamp. One-timer good. Penn State cuts the deficit in half, but that's the closest they would get. The blue and white falls short, lose 5-2 to their Big Ten rivals. A tough loss for PSU, but for Gavin McKenna, some individual recognition may ease the disappointment of defeat. The freshman named a Hobey Baker Top 10 finalist, the most prestigious award in all of college hockey. And I mean, when you're among the college hockey's best, this award pretty expected too. McKenna also named the Big Ten Freshman of the Year as well. We'll add all Big Ten second team and Big Ten all freshman team to that as well. The Canadian is the first ever Penn Stater to earn the conference's scoring champion honors as he led the league with 38 points. A total only second all-time to Michigan's Kyle Connor and Wisconsin's Cole Caulfield. A resume no doubt worthy of Hobey Baker recognition, which is now open to a fan vote through March 30th, with the winner set to be announced at the Frozen Four in Vegas in April. And as one team ends its run in the Big Ten Championship, another one begins, Todd.
The women's gymnastics team takes part in the second session of the Big Ten Championships in Champaign, Illinois, Saturday at 1. Over the past weekend, Penn State tops Nebraska and North Carolina in Chapel Hill with a team score of 196.875. The Nittany Lions shine on the uneven bars, highlighted by Ava Piedrahita's career high score of 9.950. Elizabeth Leary also stands out. She captures the all-around title with a season best 39.250.
Members of the Penn State fencing teams are in the NCAA National Championships. The meet runs through Sunday at Notre Dame. 7 Nittany Lions will compete after strong showings at regionals. Samantha Kitanton won the women's foil regional title, her first collegiate championship. Spencer Burke and Titnam Chang will represent men's foil, with Chang making his second nationals appearance. Allegra Cristofoletto heads to nationals for women's epee, her second trip in 2 years. Ting-Wei Zhu earned a spot for men's epee, while Yoon Yu Kim qualified for women's saber. Neil Lelov returns for men's saber after narrowly missing All-American honors last year.
Well, the women's basketball program has a new leader, and it's someone fans will be very happy to welcome back home. Former Nittany Lion Tanisha Wright returns to PSU after a long playing and coaching career in the WNBA. She was a 3-time Big Ten Defensive Player of the Year with the Blue and White. Wright played in 134 games with Penn State. That's the second most in program history. She spent 3 years as the head coach of the Atlanta Dream in the WNBA. From 2021 to 24, she's a West Mifflin, PA native and will be introduced as the new head coach at a press conference on Monday.
Fun to see some familiar football faces back on campus, how they react to the pressure of performing for NFL scouts on Pro Day. More Nittany Game Week is on the way.
The opening drive is sponsored by R&R Express. Every shipment moved contributes to autism research and inclusion through the Excel Foundation. Learn more at wearerr.com. Nittany Game Week is brought to you by West Shore Home, official partner of Penn State football.
We're back on Nittany Game Week. The men's lacrosse team is in the heart of their schedule. They hammered a top 10 opponent, Cornell, 19-7 2 weeks ago before losing a close one to another top 10 opponent, North Carolina, on the road, 10-8. Those are the games that lead into Big Ten conference play. No rest for the weary, though, as PSU squares off with 3 more ranked teams in the next 3 weekends, starting with 10th-ranked Maryland at home in Panzer Stadium. The Nittany Lions are 4-3 overall, but are certainly battle-tested. Both of these teams made it to the Final Four last season. For Coach Tambroni, his focus remains on his team and maximizing their abilities.
Our face-off has definitely been a strength for us. I think both those guys do a great job. Both Reed and Colby have been very consistent thus far. I think we're still finding our rhythm in both ends of the field. Honestly, we're starting a freshman goalie, have some younger guys down in the defensive end, and same in the offensive end. So we're still trying to find our stride. We have to play a certain brand of lacrosse if we're going to win with this group, at least right now, until we get into conference play. And then hopefully at that point we'll be a much more seasoned team, and hopefully we'll be able to find different ways to win.
If we keep trying to win the day, all those wins are going to stack up, and we're going to see a lot of wins on the weekends, and which obviously will translate us getting back into the playoffs and hopefully making another run.
Face-off with Maryland is at 3 p.m. They travel to Ohio State and Johns Hopkins before their senior day against Michigan on April 11th.
Well, their college playing days are over. Their NFL careers, hopefully, they're about to begin. Pro Day, when NFL scouts make the trip to Happy Valley to watch former Nittany Lions showcase their skills. Could be a player in the trenches, a skills guy, maybe a specialist. The feeling is the same. Working out in front of NFL scouts is an opportunity of a lifetime.
You're doing some drills, scouts are watching you, but then this is a whole new aspect, media being there. So, it's cool. It's cool to see, growing up. You always imagine being here, and then now I'm here, so it's just a blessing to be here.
Build-up is huge. The build-up's massive, but, I don't know, once you get out there, it's just like being back in football. We spent so many hours out here, and we worked so hard, blood, sweat, and tears on this field. I got out there, and I was like, man, this just feels like I'm home again.
Time flies when you're having fun and keeping busy during a 4-year career at Penn State. For QB Drew Aller, feels like yesterday that he was a spectator at Pro Day.
I remember my mid-year, I was watching Sean throw to Jahan on this Pro Day, so it's definitely flown by. I've been fortunate enough to throw in the past 2 with Theo and Deshaun Hamilton, and last year Julian Fleming, and then obviously this year with myself and then all the guys. So, it's been fun being able to be a part of Pro Day the last couple of years. So it definitely flies though. The days feel long, but the years really add up really fast.
Some of his targets were new acquisitions. Wideout Kyron Hudson says a move from the West Coast to Happy Valley better prepared him for the next level.
Coming around across the country, first off, and coming to a team that I have nobody that I know, and just adjusting so well and just being the person I am, I think that helped me so much because, at the end of the day, whatever team I land on, it's going to be the same thing. I'm going to get there. I may not know anybody. I'm going to go over there. I'm going to be myself and then just be a leader that I am.
The players appreciate the chance to showcase their talents for NFL personnel. What they didn't realize is how much they missed being with their teammates.
The boys are so tight. I think over the year, going through the ups and the downs, especially over the whole journey that we've all been here, you kind of get so close and you really become brothers. So to have everyone back here together, for one last hurrah, it's special. It's a little sad as well because everyone's going to go their different directions. But no, it's super special.
You always dream about, oh my gosh, can I go to the NFL? And then fast forward 8-9 years later, I'm in this position. So it's just a true blessing. There's a lot of hard work that's gone into this, so I'm very happy.
The NFL dreams are alive and well, and that's a sample of the players we had a chance to talk with. We go right back to Pro Day for our Impact interviews, who the guys reach out to get advice about the next level, coming up. Nittany Game Week returns after this.
Interview is sponsored by the Pocono Mountains, where small town charm meets big adventures. Book your trip today by visiting PoconoMountains.com.
Welcome back. Very productive pro day for the former PSU players and for us in the media. Had a chance to catch up and talk with a bunch of the guys. And Nolan Rucci's dad, Todd, had an 8-year career. His brother, Hayden, is currently in the league. And sometimes it takes offensive linemen a while to gain traction at the next level. So I asked Nolan about his commitment to the pursuit of a new career path.
Football's given me everything I've had in life. Just the opportunities that you get to, play in front of in crowds like this and have those opportunities to step out in the field and, win big games for your team. That's always been a thrill for me and part of the reason why I love, football. And also just to have that brotherhood and camaraderie in the locker room where, you learn a lot of lessons. You're working hard next to the guys next to you, and you really don't get that experience anywhere else. And so, to grind and try to play this game as long as I can is definitely my goal.
Everybody can kind of go to their network for some advice and feedback. You just go right to the family. What did Hayden have to say? And even your dad. Like, what was your preparation like from that standpoint?
Yeah, obviously they're valuable in their advice. Also talking to a couple of the other guys I was training with down in Texas. Because we kind of training under the same system, so they know what to look for as far as looking at my 40 start, my get off, how my feet are looking. So just trying to get as much advice as possible, getting up there before my next rep and making sure I'm ready to go.
How about emotionally? What was it different? You've been in a lot of big spots, big stadiums. What was the difference here? Was it kind of?
I'd say it was definitely easier emotionally. Obviously playing in front of 100,000 people can definitely get a little stressful at times. But out here in our practice facility just feels like any other day. So I felt good out there.
Who'd you reach out to, whether it's somebody in the NFL or just someone in general that might be familiar with the process, just for some advice and feedback as you're going through, not just today, but leading up to potentially playing?
Yeah, I was talking to a few of my old teammates at Syracuse that I was playing with who are in the league now, just kind of asking for advice and seeing how their process went. I was with them last year at their pro day, so I ran routes for them, so I kind of knew how it was going to be, but I wasn't actually doing it. So it's definitely a different feeling doing it, but I feel like they helped me out and they got me ready for this.
How different was pro day? You've been in a lot of big environments with football, and you're just running out there doing kind of the same thing with a bigger perspective.
Yeah, it's different. It's different having a lot of people watching, but at the same time, you do this every day, you just practice, and it's always the same workouts that you're doing every day. So, you just can't focus on the outside noise. You just got to focus on what you're doing and do it to the best of your ability.
It's easy to say just have fun, but it's a whole different atmosphere, different than maybe anything else that you've done. What was the experience like for you now it's over?
It was good. I think from an emotion standpoint, I've always been a guy that's been able to kind of keep my emotions in, and more so just leaning into being with the guys again. Just have fun. This is the last time we'll all be together as a group. Enjoy it while we can. There's a lot of change here now, so this is like a sense of back to how it used to be a little bit, just with my teammates, and now moving on to the next level. We're all going to go different places, so being able to just enjoy that moment one last time, and whatever happens. Just like I said, the training will take care of itself. Just let it rip and have fun.
Being out on the field with Big 15, talk about what that experience was like and how he looked today.
Yeah, he looked great. I think everybody looked good. Receivers looked smooth, catching the ball well. Drew throwing the ball really well. It's fun to be able to get back out and kind of how we would during summer workouts, just go out there, routes on air, let it rip, have some fun, do a bunch of different things. I thought overall the whole group as a whole did really well.
Fun day chatting up some of the guys we've just spent the past 4 or 5 years covering. Make sure you go to NittanyGameWeek.com for all of our Impact interviews along with other web-exclusive content. Don't go anywhere, still to come. Penn State students trade textbooks for tea times, how they turn spring break into a once-in-a-lifetime lesson. We're heading into the final minutes on Nittany Game Week.
Nittany Game Week is brought to you by West Shore Home, official partner of Penn State football.
Welcome back to Nittany Game Week. Penn State's men's golf team secured a top 5 finish at the Seminole Intercollegiate in Florida. Battling tough weather, they ended tied for 5th out of 21 teams, finishing 27 over par. Florida State won the event at 8 under with Southern Mississippi, Stetson, Arkansas State, and Lipscomb rounding out the top 5. Alex Cremian led Penn State, tying for 14th place individually at 3 over. Andreas Barraza had the team's best single-round shooting, 1 under in the second round. Tim Peters and Jackson Cerrone also finished in the top half of the field. The team now gets a month off as it prepares to host its home invitational, the Rutherford Intercollegiate, on April 18th to 19th. Sticking with golf, some Penn State students took a spring break trip to Scotland exploring golf's roots. 31 students and 5 staff visited some of the world's top golf courses as part of the Golf Operations Management class. The class focused on golf's history, culture, and course design. It was a unique way to learn and experience the game at some of the most prestigious courses in the world. And it is now time for our Nittany Game Week Dean's List, where we shout out some standout Penn State athletes. We started men's volleyball, where libero Ryan Merck earned his 7th career Eastern Intercollegiate Volleyball Association Defensive Player of the Week. His 3rd time winning this award this season alone. The redshirt senior currently leads the EIVA with 2.32 digs per set as he continues to help lead this 16th ranked Penn State team. And we also got to highlight success in the classroom as well. 91 student athletes earned fall academic all Big Ten honors. 2 athletes, men's gymnastics, Kellen Ryan, and wrestling's Lucas Cochran, both had a perfect 4.0 GPA, with wrestling and women's swim and dive leading the way, with 16 total athletes earning the recognition. Congrats to this week's Dean's List honorees.
And we are bringing PSU fans and alumni together with our Nittany Connect network at NittanyGameWeek.com. We partner with businesses that support the show and let our viewers know about their great products and professional services. It is one-stop shopping at NittanyGameWeek.com. Airtimes for all of our network of stations, previous episodes, and interviews all can be found at one convenient location.
And while you're visiting the website, make sure to submit your tailgating and game picks, as we always finish with some pride picks.
Gotta show us your spirit. For Ryan, I'm Todd. Thanks so much for watching Nittany Game Week. We'll see you next time.